After Jack was born, we were nervous to try again. We didn't really know for sure if we wanted to. I really wanted another baby, but I was just terrified that, something would go wrong again. But we just decided that we have so much more love to give. We really wanted another baby to raise and love at home. When I found out that I was pregnant with Evie, I was very nervous. We decided this time to do all of the extra genetic testing and found out that she was a little girl and she was perfectly healthy, so that did help calm my nerves. But unfortunately, when you have a stillbirth or a loss later in pregnancy, you just kind of lose the innocence that there's any safe period in pregnancy. It's just all scary after that. We did some extra appointments just to kind of calm my nerves and to keep a close eye on her. I did have, just some other complications that I've experienced in all of my other pregnancies, but they were closely monitored and everything went really, honestly, as perfectly as it possibly could. It was my easiest pregnancy. It was my most stressful, but it all ended up perfect. I was just laying there waiting and they started to lower the drapes, so I knew it was coming. And I got to watch her come into the world, and I got to hear her first cries, throwing her arms around. So they were able to take her right to my chest, and I was able to do skin to skin with her in the OR, and they were able to, get her wrapped up and check her heart and listen to her and everything right there on my chest. I was so relieved just to hear her and know that she was healthy and see her little face, and her eyes were wide open, and it was the perfect experience. I knew that I wanted to be at Mary Greeley. I knew that they would take really good care of us. I knew that they cared. I knew that we were loved there. I knew how they honored Jack with his delivery, and I would want nothing less for Evie. I asked Jess to be my nurse again because, first of all, she's an amazing nurse, and I know that she cares about all of her patients, but definitely her and I have an additional connection, and I really wanted to experience another delivery with her, that I knew that she would know my story and she would know Jack, and she would help me incorporate that into Evie's story, and so that he could be honored and remembered, as well as Evie being celebrated and welcomed into the world.
I would say that getting to be there for the birth of Evie did bring a sense of closure, knowing that as much as you love Jack, that's not the end of your story. I think it was very brave of her to want to have another baby and to go through another pregnancy, but it was just such a privilege to get to be there for that and witness that and take she has the same picture of all of her girls and Jack, like this one picture, one angle of her getting to hold her babies immediately after they're born, and so I got to do that, and that was really cool just to kind of complete that puzzle for them.
Everybody at Mary Greeley, from my doctor, my nurses, my anesthesiologist, just everything that I asked for, they, without hesitation, made happen, and it was just a beautiful experience. And Jack was honored, and Evie was celebrated, and it was just beautiful. Grief is such a strange journey. My husband and I built a new home, and we actually moved in 11 days after Evie was born. So things were quite chaotic too at home. And I was so connected with Jack, and he had only ever existed in my pregnancy, which had only ever existed in my previous home. And I was honestly kind of nervous about leaving him behind. When we moved into this home, we made sure that we made space for him. After Evie was born, we took a family photo in front of Jack's photo in the hallway that we hung in his memory by the bereavement suite. So we have a little family photo of all of us. I really wanted my kids to have some closure, because they were so excited to bring Jack home. They were so excited to be big sisters, and they were also devastated, and it was really hard to see them go through that. So They're such good big sisters, and they have so much love for her, and they love each other. Even Evie loves them so much. She just lights up when they come in the room.
Nora, how was your day today?
I didn't know if I could do it. I didn't know if my husband and I, if my family, could go through something like that again. And it was terrifying knowing that at any time something could go wrong, and we were scared until we heard her cries that we wouldn't be able to bring her home. But it was worth it. I mean, she's perfect, and my family is perfect, and we'll never be complete because we'll always be missing Jack, but we're definitely strong.